What's going on, y'all? Hey, um, got my garden all together here. Well, this is my raised garden. So what I did was I've got four copper rods. Right, I got four copper rods, and I got one zinc rod inside of here, and up under here, these rods are connected by copper wiring. All right, let's see if I can get just a little bit of something to show you guys, because the rods are connected by, see right here, connected by copper wire. Oh, that's the rod, that's the wire, that's the extra wire. But here's the other wire right here. This is the extra wire that's left over from this baby right here when I wrapped it. But here's the other wire that goes into that one right there. So what I did was because I saw it on the video on TikTok. So this is my raised garden. So I've got this all hooked up, and I've got the copper wires connecting to all four. All right. So right here, the copper wire is wrapped around this zinc right here. Right. So there's no water in here. I mean, there's some moisture. But there's no whole lot of water in here. Water literally creates the energy when you're dealing with electricity. But what I'm doing this here for is because what I learned was that connecting these together creates an electromagnetic field. So this is 8 foot. This is 8 feet by 2 feet. All right, it's 2 foot by 8 foot. All right, so I'm sorry, 4 foot by 8 foot. This is 4 foot wide right here, but 8 foot long. Okay, I'm sorry, not 2 feet, but 4 feet. So this is a 4 by 8. That's right here, and we got a 4 by 8 piece of plywood at the bottom of it. Actually, it's 3 by 8, not 4 by 8, but 3 by 8, because my wife begged me to take the extra foot off because it went too far over. So it's actually 3 by 8. I had to think about it. All right. So what I did, I have the 8 foot wiring going all the way down to there. So what I did is I went ahead and stuck the multimeter in the in the dirt here. So I put a multimeter here, put the multimeter there, and I'm getting 0.9 DC volts. All right, it varies to where I put it in the dirt, and that's only because of where there's more moisture. Okay, the more moisture it is, the more energy it's going to create. So when I finally plant everything and I put the water in here, it's going to give a different reading. But this is what I did right here. I turn this baby over to the ohm. Okay, and to measure the ohm, this means that it's less than 1 volt. See, it's 0.6 right here. Every now and then you'll come up with, I come up with a volt. All right, that means open loop. That means something's wrong. It's not connected to something. All right. But earlier I had this baby on here, and let me see. I took this negative wire right here and I put it right here, and I took this positive wire and put it over there. All right, you see right there, it's getting 0.7. It's got almost 1 volt of energy. See, that's almost 1 volt of energy, and that's all. This is only because of the moisture that's in the dirt. All right, but when I finally put the water in there, I'm going to really get some good readings from there. All right, but right now, with the wiring all the way around, the garden, this raised bed right here, and I've got wiring connected. All right, all in here. All right, you can see right here, the other side here. Let's see if we can dig up a little bit here. Where is it? There it goes there. That's a copper wire right there, and it's connecting this one and this one together, and then I got them all connected together. All right, so this wiring is creating a charge. All before then there was no charge. You see, this almost got 1 amp of energy, or 1 volt of energy. And like I said, when I put the water in there, the water literally creates the energy. All right, it's the water that creates the energy. But let me move the multimeter on this side right here and see what we get. We're gonna put the positive over here and put the negative right here, and we got just about the same. All right, just about a half a volt of energy. All right, wow, that's stuff. Those 666. Kind of crazy. Wow. But see, I moved it. So when I take this out right here, it says open loop. That means it's not getting a connection. Something's not connected. All right. So I got a half a volt right now. A half a volt of energy. I put the negative over here. Put the positive over here. And what I want to do here is I want to stick the negative by the copper, and I want to stick the positive by the zinc. That's what I want to do. All right, see that says open loop right there. I'm gonna stick the positive by the zinc. And as you can see, when I put the negative by the copper, because copper produces negative energy and zinc produces positive energy, I got 1 volt of energy. All right, 1.17. All right, so we got 1 volt of energy. So when you read the ohm literally is like 1.1 ohm. The 1 literally represents 1 amp or 1 volt. So it's got 1 amp of energy. You see that? All right, it's got 1 amp of energy. The battery was going dead on here, but this charge actually charged up the battery, because it did have one bar on there. So this is important for us to understand that when we are gardening, and this is some ancient technology, that we create an electromagnetic field around our vegetation. All right, I'm gonna put this a little bit closer. I'm gonna put this a little bit closer here. All right, let's see what we got. Still get about 1 volt still. So we got 1 amp or 1 volt of energy, because I got it on the ohm setting. That's the ohm setting right there. All right, let's see what happens here. It's open loop, so you got to keep it on. I put it on the highest setting. All right, on the highest setting. But see what I do is I turn it over to direct energy. All right, that's direct energy, and we're getting a reading of about 42 DC volts, and I got it on the highest setting. But if I put it down here, all right, we've got about 4 to 5 DC volts, 4 to 5 DC volts, just alone right here, which means that there is a current of energy. Oops. I think, let me see if I pull away from it some, so I can get a real good reading from it, because I think my body is feeding that. Yeah, my body is feeding that. Okay, so we're away from it, we're getting about 3 volts. All right, we're getting 3 direct current volts of energy. Oh, there goes that 1 bar is blinking. I got to put some more batteries in that boy. All right, so we're getting about 3 DC volts, which means that there is a current that's going through this garden session right here. There's a current, all right, that's going from this copper poles that's connected to copper wire. Everything's connected to the copper wire on the ground. All right, there was a current of energy that's flowing through this 8 foot by 3 foot area here. All right, so I'm gonna put this over here. All right, I took it away from the zinc pipe, and I put it on the other side right here. I put it on the other side right here away from the zinc pipe. And this is the reading that we're getting right now. We're getting less than a volt. But if I take this and put it back over to the zinc pipe, there we go. Which means that I'm going to need another zinc pipe in here. All right. So I think I'm going to need to alternate zinc, copper, zinc, copper, zinc. So I got copper right here and zinc and then copper. And then I'm going to need to put a zinc pipe right there, connect that to that wiring right there. You have copper, put a zinc pipe right here, connect it, have copper, and then put a zinc pipe right there. And this is going to create an energy field for the garden. All right, but right now, when I've got this multimeter on the zinc pipe and the copper pipe, because I got it on the zinc pipe and on the copper pipe. All right, zinc creates positive energy, copper creates negative energy. That's the reading I got. So you can have a live garden. All right, it's literally a live garden. Let's put it on the ohms. Let's see what we got with the ohms. All right, you see when I put my hand next to it, my energy from my body literally hypes it up. So you know that means we got energy in our body. So right now I'm gonna put it on the ohms. All right, it's got one. So the ohms deal with resistance. So when it says it's got 1 volt of resistance, that means it's got 1 volt of energy flowing through. That's like the current, the energy that's flowing through this area. So from this zinc pipe to that copper pipe, you got 1 volt of energy. Now, if I am to go and dig this back up, all right, and I put a zinc pipe there, a zinc pipe here, and a zinc pipe there, you know what's going to happen? The flow of energy is going to increase. All right, the flow of energy is going to increase, and it's going to create a higher area of energy. All right, and this is something that y'all got to understand when you're dealing with gardening or whatever. You know, this is extremely important. You know, because you can energize your plants, you can cause your plants to grow bigger. All right, so when doing this right here, you're creating a very powerful electromagnetic field. Let's just say we add some crystals on top of these open holes right here, and I wanna do this in the next couple days and see what happens. But this is right now we got 1 volt. Okay, 1.29, almost 1.3. So that means you almost got a 1.5. 1 1/3 volt of energy. All right. Well, and this is, and like I said, you can put it on alternative energy. What you gonna get on alternative energy? Look, this is AC. This is alternative energy. You're getting 3 volts of alternative energy. All right. All right. Direct energy. You get 33 volts of direct energy just from it being from here to there. All right. And then you put it on the DC energy, you put it on low voltage DC energy, you get 4.2 volts, which is a little bit less than 12 volts when you're talking about the 12 volt batteries. This right here, this is the highest setting right here with your DC energy, which means it's going to show you how many direct current volts is actually flowing through here. So you actually got about 40 DC volts going through here, but your amps, your ohm right here represents the ampage. All right, so you got 1 amp of energy. All right, and we can go discuss amps and volts a little later right here, but it's all science. You can just look that stuff up yourself. What's the difference between an amp and a volt? All right, so this is, hey, what's up, Mike? So this is something that you all can look into getting your gardens together. But what I'm going to do is I want to add a zinc right here. I'm going to add zinc right here, and I want to add zinc right there, and I'm going to connect it to the copper wiring that's underground. Let me see, it's got 1.3 amps right now that's flowing through here. So it's gonna the wind plays a role because the wind is literally sending protons and electrons through this dirt. The protons and electrons is going through this dirt right here. So sometimes if you have high winds, you're going to have higher readings because the protons and electrons is in the air. It affects everything. But once, like I said, the water, once you put the water in there, the water literally creates the energy. All right, it's the water that creates energy. It's not the battery alone, it's the water in the battery. All right, so this is literally a plant battery. All right, this is a plant battery. All right, so we're going to go a little deeper a little later when I get the other zinc pipe up. I got to work on another project. I'm on vacation here at home, so I'm kind of like having fun right now. It feels good to be away from work a little bit. But look into this right here. All right, so I'm going to have to put a zinc right here in that middle. I'll have to put a zinc right there, and I'll have to put a zinc right here, so that it'll be even. So you have 4 zinc pipes, and then you'll have 4 copper pipes, and that'll be an even amount of energy. And then we're gonna do a measurement afterwards. But I'm gonna have to dig it up a little bit and find out what a copper wire is, so that I can connect the zinc pipe to the copper wire, so that we get a definite reading, because I'm pretty sure the reading's going to be much higher than this right here. All right, so I'll catch you guys later. All right, this is all about your energy garden. This is, I mean, you can make this thing flow. This is for, many of you guys want to follow this right here, but get yourself a multimeter and see how about reading this garden here. All right, it's all about science. Science is everything, which means that you're going to have a bigger garden. All right, you're going to have a bigger garden. Let's do some science here, guys. All right, I catch you guys later. That's Power to you all.